So yeah, it was quite eye-opening.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's great. So he's almost 4, but he's not quite 4. And we've found here that, I mean, 4 or 5 is pretty old for turkeys, just because they get so big.
Right.
And all of our turkeys here are on restricted diets, so we feed them a measured amount of food, and we also have their food made, especially for them. We worked with nutritionists and people at Cornell to kind of figure out what they needed and how we could get them those nutrients without giving them too much fat, just because they're made to gain weight. No matter what you do, they gain weight. And so what we find with them is we lose most of them because of foot and leg issues, or they have heart attacks in their heart. So it's the same with the broilers. Their bodies are just too big for their legs and for their organs, which is why we have the strict diets. So Phoenix has been on pain meds for, I'd say, 1.5 to a year probably. He started to get arthritis and turn his foot in. You can kind of tell that he's
I see he's standing on his own feet.
And he uses his wing a little bit for balance sometimes. But we're really just, trying to monitor his pain, and we know him and we know his personality, so we keep an eye on that to make sure that he's still acting like himself and that he's not just in pain and suffering. We also have a vet from Cornell that comes out every so often. It kind of depends on our needs. Sometimes it's every month, sometimes it's every couple months. And he's been checking in on Phoenix for about 1.5 years since we put him on the pain meds. So it's really nice because we see him every day. But Dr. D'Amato sees him when he comes, so he is better to say, like, oh, he looks the same, like he's maintaining, or he looks a little worse than the last time. Because when there's subtle declines, it's hard for us to tell if we see him every day. So that's kind of where we are with him. I mean, he still seems to me really happy and like himself. I mean, this is his personality. When people are around, he wants to strut all the time. He wants people to pay attention to him. He wants to get right up next to you. Some of them just want you to, like, notice them, but they don't necessarily want to be with you. He, I feel like, would crawl right up on you.
Okay, well, you can feel free to do that.
So you can kind of hear him creaking a little bit. He just, sounds like an older person. And his rescue story, he's just showed up here in a box with some other turkey poults. I think there are about 20 or 30 of them.
It made me so curious about turkeys and how they are.
Yeah, when he was a little bit more mobile and, not quite so arthritic, when you would get ready to feed him, he lived in a different area of the farm, so he could see through, like, a kitchen window that you were getting his food ready, and he would just pace back and forth. So you would just see, like, the top of his head going back and forth through this window, waiting.
Hey, Phoenix. Come here, sweetie. Oh, that one is really swollen, isn't it?
Yeah. The older turkeys their feet tend to swell from carrying all that weight. If you can see under him, one of his hocks is also very swollen. It's had some joint fluid that's been leaking in there. But like I said, his personality hasn't changed. He doesn't seem like, the day that he stops strutting and doesn't get up. I just think it's adorable.
Where's your dinkies? That's gotta feel good. As long as it doesn't go in your ears. I don't like them watering my ears.
Oh no, that's terrible. Well, enjoy the rest of your visit.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
It was great meeting you.